Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we're going to give all glory and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem HaKakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the men that's out here pushing this truth. Alright, and Shalom to the elect. Alright, and let me select. I had some clothes in my mouth. But, I'm going to get into Revelations 18. I'm going to start at verse 4, probably down to verse 8, you know. So this is Revelations 18 and verse 4. It says, "And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues." All right. And who is that speaking? That's Yahweh Shai speaking to his elect. All right, Yahweh Shai, you know what? Beaming up his elect out of America. All right. It says, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues." All right, because what is that ultimate plague that's going to be coming to this place, America? The nuclear missiles. All right, and guess what? The elect, they ain't going to be touched by them. All right. This is Zechariah 14 and verse 12. It says, "And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem." All right. "Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth." All right. So yeah, that plague is talking about the missiles. All right, that thermonuclear fire. All right. 200 million missiles that's gonna hit Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, and guess what? These people, their eyes, their tongues, all right, all that shit is just going to disintegrate, you know, while they're standing up. All right, this is what's coming to Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, and yeah, and the people that's gonna feel of the missiles is gonna be heathens. All right, 2/3. All right. Because the ones that's fighting against Jerusalem, the Jerusalem is right now is just, of course, you know, throughout history, you know, you had these heathen nations come up against us, but now we even got our own people, you know, coming up against us. All right, so what? They're fighting against Jerusalem too. All right, so they're gonna have a taste of the missiles. All right. So Jerusalem right now is representing the elect. All right. Because 2/3 gonna eat the missiles too. All right. And another one, I'm reading out this little Bible because I don't have Revelations 18 in neither of my swords, so I had to get that, which is all good, you know. And this is Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 20. "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee." All right. "Hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed." All right. The indignation representing the righteous anger of Yahweh Shema Shah. All right. And yeah, the elect. All right, we're coming into that gathering with Yahweh Shah. All right, before them nuclear missiles hit down upon America. All right, because this ain't just gonna be just a destruction on America. Hey, that you know, from them 200 million missiles is gonna have the whole earth out of you know, basically like tweaking. You know, the earth is gonna, you know, earthquakes is gonna start forming, or volcanoes, or all that. You know, for behold, For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. Their earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain. So yeah, yep. So yeah, we're gonna have to be. Hey, we can't be down here upon this earth while the Lord, is fucking this place up. All right, because hey, this is them missiles is built up anger basically. That's built up anger that Yahweh Bashim Shah is gonna release upon this earth. So the elect, they're gonna be beamed up. They're gonna be straight. They're gonna be good. While the rest of the world is gonna be, scared. Matter of fact, the elect they're gonna be, as the scriptures say, the elect or the remnant were frightened, but they're gonna get beamed up and give praises, all right, to Yahweh Bashim Shah, all right. Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Bashim Shah hath remembered her iniquities, all right. So yeah, hey, everything that America, all right, because Revelation 18 is going into what, the destruction of Babylon the Great, all right. So everything that America has done against the children of Israel, all right, against this earth, all right, hey, the Lord ain't forgot about it, all right. From the slavery, all right, the pollution, the polluted air, all right, the uh the false philosophies that America, spread throughout the whole earth, got the whole earth, in a naked state, in a shameful state, you know, starting off with the children of Israel. All right, hey, Yahweh Shema Shah ain't forgot about it. All right, because what this place teaches you that what you could be gay, and the Lord will like you. You can it's okay to like little boys. They're pushing that. All right, it's right now. Yeah, you might not be able to say that openly, but soon to come, that's gonna be a thing where it's gonna be normal. All right, because hey, back then it wasn't normal to be gay. All right, niggas would beat you up for that shit, kill you. All right, but now look at it. Anybody could be gay. You could be gay and be proud about it. All right, look. This place pushes GMO. All right, GMO foods, fake foods. All right, they got plastic all in the water. All right, just fucking everything up. Everything's fucked up. And y'all about Shemal Shah, he ain't just oh, the Lord is not for America. All right, and prophecy shows it. Prophecy. All right. It says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh Bashim Shah hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled to her double. So yeah, all right. So Babylon the Great, aka America, is gonna get rewarded double. All right, and that's gonna come from the nuclear missiles. All right. And it ain't just a judgment on the land, but the people too. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right. It said, verse 7: how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. All right. Yeah, this place, it will. Who lived deliciously here? It's not us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It ain't us. All right, because as the scripture it says that what we were. Let me get that real quick. Let me get that. Jeremiah 50 and verse 33. Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. So see, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. All right. And this ain't talking about the Babylonian, the ancient Babylonian captivity. you know, because what? It was only who there? It was only the Southern Kingdom. It wasn't the Northern Kingdom too. All right, but here in the modern day Babylon, Babylon the Great, that's where you can find Northern and Southern Kingdom, or Southern and Northern Kingdom. All right, Southern being the Negroes. All right, Northern Kingdom being the Latinos. All right, Native Americans. All right, Seminole Indians. All right, that you could find us all here. All right, being oppressed together. All right, in the lowest state. You know, it says, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Yep, they refused to what? Show us who we truly are, but rather gave us what? Bywords as a name for ourselves, or a title for ourselves, or so-called our race. You know, or we're black. You guys are black. You guys are Mexicans. You guys are this, that. But nah, we are the biblical Israelites, all right? We are the Israelites, and they refuse to let us know that, all right? They refuse to let us know that what? We are, or Yahweh Shem Shah. They don't even give us his true name. They gave us what? JC. When I say JC, I'm just saying, Jesus, all right? You know, they give us that, all right? And tell us that what? Hey, you know, and tell us that what? Basically, we're nobody, you know? And guess what? They live deliciously off our backs, you know, off our blood, sweat, and tears, you know? But guess what? Verse 34, their Redeemer is strong, the Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. So see, Yahweh Shah, all right, Yahweh Shah, all right, and the missiles and the angels, all right, is going to come down here and fuck this place up. All right, because of us, you know, because you touched the apple of Yahweh Bashim Shazah, you know. So it ain't being forgotten. You know, this is just a punishment for us, you know. Oh, slack. Bitch ass shit. I hope you still hear me. Lord willing, you can. My other AirPod died. So back in Revelations 18 and verse 7 again. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. All right. Yep, they big themselves up, you know, through their what right now, or in the past years, what they did it through television. All right, saying that what this is the best place to live, and they made everywhere else look like it was like what basically like poor, and they don't got clean water, they don't got this, they don't got that. But here in America, you got everything you need, you know. I remember seeing that shit, you know, when I was a child, you know, looking, America paint, you know, certain places, you know, like it's just a terrible place to live, you know, it's the best thing ever to live in America, you know, and I used to be in my head like, damn, I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm not there, you know, but nah, this place is the opposite. This is the worst place to live, you know? This is the worst place to live, you know? Cause what? The philosophies that this place teaches you, it teaches you how to live basically a YOLO lifestyle, you know? Not regarding Yahweh Shem Shai, you know, in any of your thoughts, you know, but rather please yourself, you know. That's why Yahweh Shem Shai is going to destroy this place and the people in it, you know, because these people are all about their own selves, all right? Because the scriptures say, you know, what, the whole duty of man is to serve, is to fear Yahweh Shem Shai and keep his commandments. All right, so our whole existence is to serve Yahweh Shem Shai. But here in America, it teaches you opposite, rather to serve your own self, you know. So hey, Yahweh Shem Shai, he sees that. All right. It says, and live deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her, for she has said in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. All right. So yeah, and a widow is basically a one with that has lost a husband, you know. And what this place, America, is gonna lose. It's gonna lose everything. It's gonna lose their. It's gonna lose their army. All right, their army is gonna get obliterated over there in the Middle East. All right. Then when Yahweh Shah comes through, all right, guess what? He's gonna obliterate. Of course, he's gonna obliterate the armies over there. All right, and then at the same time, he's gonna what? He's gonna, with the help of the missiles and the angels, destroy this place. So this place is gonna know sorrow. All right, because that's a there. This place is a prideful place. And we know Yahweh Shemel Shai, hates a prideful mind. You know. Isaiah 47 and verse 7. And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. All right. Yep. So hey, America is basically in that mindset of, oh, I'm gonna be good forever. The things I've done in the past, it ain't gonna catch up to me. But hey, Yahweh Shemel Shah, hey, the scriptures say he requires that which is past. All right, so Yahweh Shemel Shah, just because it ain't come, that judgment ain't come upon you, immediately, don't mean he ain't gonna get you. It's just Yahweh Shemel Shah just got an appointed time for you to fall. As the scripture say in Habakkuk 2. All right, what it says, though it tarry, wait for it. Now I'm gonna get that. It's the book of excuse me, Habakkuk 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time. All right, vision. So like again. All right, vision basically going into the prophecies. All right, so for the prophecies is yet for an appointed time. All right, so a set time that Yahweh Shemel Shah, got for these prophecies to what to speak or to play out, and what was I about to say? Shit. And within the prophecies is what? America, Babylon the Great, being destroyed by nuclear missiles. All right. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will come, or because it will surely come, it will not tarry. So see, it said it will surely come. All right. So Yahweh Shemel Shai, and we know the scriptures say what let me get another one. Isaiah 55 and verse 11. So shall my word be that go forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. All right. So see, the words is gonna come to pass. All right. it ain't, hey, y'all Bashim outside, he ain't just out here just saying things, all right, having, you know, having scribes, having, the people just writing these scriptures down, all right, for no reason. Nah, it's for us so we can read it and we can get our minds right, all right, and we can, go out there and speak it to the people, let them know what's gonna come to them, all right, let them know what's gonna come to you, you Edomites, all right, you elites, all right, we're letting the whole world know what's coming, all right, and then it's gonna come, all right. What did Yahweh say? I gotta get that too. Uh, Matthew 24 and verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So see, hey, the prophets, hey, we're preaching the kingdom. We're preaching the prophecies, all right? And guess what? Now we're there. All right? Now we're there. Now that's why you see shit just hitting the fan. That's why you see uh uh America just falling. All right, that's why you see the division in America. All right, because this truth. This truth is making this whole world move. All right, these words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. All right, so yeah, these prophecies. All right, America's destruction is surely going to happen, and that's what I'm probably going to name it. America's destruction is surely going to happen. Something like that. Lord willing, I remember. You know, but yeah, America's destruction is surely going to happen. All right. And hey, that's what we can't wait for, Lord willing, I'm part of that number. Us of the hopeful elect, we can't wait for this place to be destroyed. This is Isaiah 47 and verse 8. Therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, all right? That sayest in thy heart, I am, and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. All right, and that's a wicked, prideful mindset. I'm good. I'm the biggest. I'm the baddest. Basically, you saying you're America paints itself to be in a seat of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, as Yahweh. All right, and we know Yahweh take great offense. He's taking great offense of that, because that's his statement. He says there's none else beside him. All right, I believe in I. Let me see. Let me just look for it real quick. Oh, right here. Well, Isaiah 46 and verse 9. Remember the former things of old, for I am Yah. I am Yahweh, and there is none else. I am Yahweh, and there is none like me. So see, they're coming in the same mindset of Yahweh. All right, but hey, it's going to be shown that they're not, that they're nothing, that they're nothing. Including these people too. These people got the same mindset. Oh, we're the biggest, baddest country. Nobody can take us down. We got the strongest military. All right, but it's gonna be shown. It's gonna be shown that your military, America's military ain't shit. It's gonna be shown that America's military ain't shit. Matter of fact, they're I believe basically they're what they got in their arsenal, it's not up to date, when you compare it to Russia, all right, and China, all right, and that's who Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to use to destroy this place. Russia, all right, China, all right, and other, nations, But it's Isaiah 31 in verse 1. Woe to them that go to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, all right? And this Egypt right here is talking about Babylon the Great, aka America, all right? Because you could read in Revelations 11 and 8, it talks about basically it being spiritually Egypt, Sodom and Egypt. Deuteronomy 28 and 68 talks about we should go into Egypt again with ships, you know. So this Egypt is talking about Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, the house of bondage. All right, it says so again, woe to them that go to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and the horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not to the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. All right, and 2/3 of our people, all right, look towards this place like it's Yahweh by Shem Shah. Oh, and yeah, you'll hear that from niggas. We're the greatest power ever. We got the greatest military ever. You know, they're just looking at it from Jake just look at shit from a surface level. But they don't. Hey, the prophets is out here telling you that what within these prophecies, America's military is going to be destroyed. You could read Joel. Well, probably a simpler precept. What I just read in Isaiah 47. Joel 2 and 24 around there talks about the Northern Army. Basically the Northern Army going over there to the Middle East. And basically being destroyed. But again, it says, and yeah, Jake don't look towards the prophets. They don't look towards Yahweh Bashim Shah, and that's gonna be for their great demise, Verse 2. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his word, but will arise against the house of the evildoers and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit. Yeah. And see, Yahweh Bashim Al Shah is gonna prove to America that they ain't shit. That they're just mortal. That they're not the spirit. All right, because what? The chariots, all right, which that's what Yahweh Shah and the angels is gonna be appearing in. All right, and when I say chariots, I'm going to the what the world ignorantly calls UFOs. All right, them so-called UFOs. All right, they're able to what? Salakia. They're able to they could go extra fast. Going straight extra fast, then just like that. Or they're going extra fast, then or and they don't have to change this. They don't have to slow down. Oh, let me slow down first. Then they could and keep on. Nah, see, American hey, nobody here on this earth, none of these nations aircraft can do that shit. Only Yahweh Bashim Shah. And it explains that in, I believe, Ezekiel, the first chapter. It says, when the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hopeth shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. So see, America, all right, and because guess what? When Yahweh Shah comes and the angels come, it's going to be, before Yahweh Shah comes, all these nations are going to be, basically in the midst of World War III. But when Yahweh Shah and the angels crack them clouds, guess what? They're all gonna look towards Yahweh Shah to fight against them. All right, and they're all gonna fall. They're all gonna die. And anybody that's down for America, all right, you're not trying to seek Yahweh Shah. you're gonna die too, you know? So that was it on that. Let me see. Isaiah 47 and verse 9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thy enchantment. So see, because America, that's what America produces. Sorcery, all right. You got drugs all throughout America, all right. You got pharmacies everywhere, all right. They promote it to people. They promote it to the elderly. They promote it to anybody. You know, just drugs, all right, which is witchcraft, all right. Because if you truly want to heal somebody, you go to what? Of course, you will promote Yahweh Shema Shai. You be like, hey, pray to the Lord. You know, you pray to the Lord. And then you talk about the herbs, all right? Because, hey, Yahweh Shema Shai, what? It says, the Lord made the medicines out of the earth, you know, roughly paraphrasing. You know, the Lord, hey, whatever you going through, you know, in your body, you know, whatever, take a herb, you know, there's something on this earth to heal it, you know. But what? They give you drugs, all right? And that drug, it don't even heal it. It just what? It just it might take the pain away, you know, for a second. But then you gotta keep on going back. You gotta keep on going back to it. You gotta keep on taking it. And it's not just you know, it might be just, you know, taking the pain away for a second, but at the same time it's fucking something else up in your body, you know? So that's what America produces. All right? It says in the great abundance of thy enchantments. Yep, because what America got the whole world, you know, in a fucked up, you know, bugged out mind state. You know, you got motherfuckers out here, you know, believing that it's okay to be gay. You got motherfuckers out here, changing, you know, changing their sexuality. All right, you got people out here, just totally not believing in Yahweh Shema Shah, but rather believing in what? Pseudoscience, all right? Fake knowledge, all right? And they'll tell you, oh, this is the better way, you know? This is, you know, because we did studies. We did what's the word? Fuck. You know, but basically we did studies and this is the better way, you know? Got these people all fucked up down here, you know? So, hey, this is why that great destruction is coming. Shit, many fucking reasons, you know? Many fucking reasons. So that was it on that. Let me see. Verse 8, back in Revelation 18:8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, and mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai who judgeth her. And these are the times that we're coming into. Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai judging this place, America. All right, starting off with, you know, the decline of, you know, the morality of these people. All right, the decline of just people, you know, liking this place, America. You know, people are seeing that what America is just fucked up. You know, now people are walking around. Everybody's all shitty in America. Soon to come, guess what? It's gonna be a civil war out here. It's gonna be a rise against the leaders of this place. All right, this place is being totally fucked up. You know, until that day when Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, you know, unleashes the missiles, all right, onto this place. All right. So hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Gonna give all glory and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Kakadash. The honors to the apostle and elders, great millstone. All right, Shalom.